All T, no shade. Tony L and J. What type of tea they serving? Is it Lipton? Probably the type that Kermit be sipping. Take your mouth and start to clicking. This dope trio delivering substance with subjects that's busting. Make you wanna join the discussion. Real people, real topic with a little bit of gossip. Out in the Bay, ripping 8-1 trade. It's all T, no shade. All T, no shade.
Welcome.
What up?
Hi there.
I hate you. Welcome to All Tea No Shade, where we are serving tea without the shade.
Like we always do.
All right, so pull up a seat and let's start the sip session. What y'all sipping on?
I'm sipping on some nasty ass coffee that TJ gave me. Ooh. I really wanted some mimosa this morning, but he didn't have no champagne. But we gonna worry about that next week though. I'm gonna come with bottles. I'm gonna pop some bottles.
Okay.
You're asking evicted from my place. Talking about my coffee, okay?
What you drinking?
Actually, I left my coffee over on the side, but
fail.
Okay, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking Tennessee whiskey.
Oh,
I tried the nasty coffee and I couldn't do it, so I just switched to whiskey.
It is pretty nasty.
Is that terrible? But legit, that's what happened. I was like, TJ got some almond milk, almond milk creamer. I couldn't do it.
My feelings are hurt by y'all talking about my coffee.
But it's free coffee.
I can share you. I can share some with you.
You can share me?
Yeah, I can share you.
We'll work on that.
I share Jay all the time.
You be pimping me out.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into our week. How's your week been?
Go ahead, TJ. How's your week
My week was good. First of all, my Maryland Terrapins. Merlin.
There
we go.
Merlin.
They won in basketball.
That's MERR. Merlin.
It's MURDER.
LEND. Merlin.
What they win in?
Merlin.
What they play?
Basketball. They played Ohio State, and they also, I think it was, they beat Wyoming this week also. They won 2 good games this week.
That's what's up.
And also, I got to add one thing in there, Jay. A little for you. I got 2 friends of mine called me asking me about your book.
Oh, yeah?
Now, you got friends asking about me, though? I'm just trying to. Okay.
You need to post your picture more. I think my friends would love to see you.
She should.
Yes.
She
They
will.
would ask a lot more
about
you. But Jay, real quick, they asked about your book, and I told them to go ahead. I told them a little bit about it, and I told them to purchase your book.
I want a book reading party.
I appreciate that.
So next time, give my coffee a good shout out, please. Thank you.
I will. My week's been good as well.
You looking thick?
I don't want to look thick.
It's good thick.
Oh, wow.
I'm
trying. I'm gonna get big boy status. No, week's been good. I'm excited about this episode. Did you guys see the recent video of the MAGA students taunting the Native American Nathan Phillips?
Yes.
Recently?
No.
Yes.
So this Nathan Phillips is a Native American, and he regularly holds a ceremony for Vietnam vets buried at Arlington. And so in the video, these students, or this one student, are taunting this guy like he's like literally in his face. And like just staring at him as he's beating his drum. And so the ceremony that Nathan Phillips does, which is Native American, it's basically a unity song to bring people together. Mm-hmm. And so it's so bad. And so he's surrounded by all these white faces, and these guys are wearing the red hats. These are high school students, I think.
Young kids, yes.
Young kids.
Oh my God.
It's pretty
from a
pretty
Catholic
bad.
school as well.
Yeah. So the school came out and said that they are against this type of act and are condemning it. But Sipper, if you get a chance, go watch the video. I posted a link earlier this morning on the All Tea No Shade Facebook page. But let's talk about it, because the climate seems to not be getting any better right now with Donald Trump in office.
You know, I honestly think that it's good and bad. It's bad in the sense, like, I mean, anytime you are encountering like just crazy amounts of racism and discrimination, it's terrible. But I think it's good because a lot of closet racists, like even in my friend group, when Donald Trump came into office, I had to delete a lot of people who were on my Facebook who I identified as cool people. Yeah. Because once they started talking about their politics, the thing about politics is a lot of your political ideology, your like discrimination, the way you really think comes out. And so they would start talking, and they were so like anti-Muslim, anti-colored folk. Like it was just bad. It was just ignorant and no type of empathy whatsoever. So I think it's good in the sense that a lot of people are showing their true colors. So now you know how to move with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What about you, TJ?
No, I concur with you, Al. You do say. I hate when I'm trying to be serious.
I concur.
I concur with you,
doctor.
You know, I agree with you, Shawty. You know, that's what's up. That's what's up. No, I agree with you. You do start seeing the truth in people, their realness. But what I don't delete them. I let them stay on my page, so I can really see how they truly feel over time.
I unfollow them. I don't delete them.
I like to see.
I delete them
because I like to know my enemies, okay, or those who oppose me as well. And I want to know what you're thinking, how you feel about things. And it's easy for me to sit here and as I go forward with you, knowing your true intentions and so forth, knowing really how to deal with you. Because a lot of times in the past, they just, smile behind. I mean, they smile in your face.
Oh, I remember them. As I
back.
delete them, I remember who the hell they are.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
but now I know those who smile in my face, and I can easily let them know, seriously, man, don't say nothing to me.
I think that'd be a good topic. Maybe we can do in 2019. Is it just about the climate of political
Overt and covert racism.
I'm writing it down now for us.
All right. What we got next?
All right, guys. So let's go ahead and do our
My most favorite part of the show, because I'm spanking TJ motherfucking ass.
Who won last week?
I did.
Which one is this? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
about that, TJ. Look at you. You ready to start? We are doing Who Am I?
He was ready to talk
So,
some shit
Sippers,
right
if
there.
you do not know, I'm going to give a bunch of clues about somebody who's recently been in the news. It's up to these gentlemen to figure out who the hell I'm talking about.
It's up to me.
It's normally been Jay. I mean,
Say that again.
what's the score,
Why
Jay?
you gotta throw? You know what, sir?
It's like
you guys are really throwing shade.
4-1 now. I think it's 4-1. It's either 3-1, 4-1.
All right, so this one I feel like is good.
Okay.
I feel like it's up for both of you to get it.
All right.
Like it's a very popular person.
The last week was Arsenio Hall. So
Okay. So he's married to Jeanette Bradshaw. He has 4 children, including Alfonso Freeman. He was born in 1937.
Oh, wow.
So he's
old.
81 in Memphis, Tennessee.
What?
He's an actor.
81. Lawrence Fish. No, I mean Morgan Freeman.
I was about to say Morgan Freeman.
That boy is on
I was
point.
about to say Morgan Freeman.
But did you say it though?
You know what, sir?
say it?
Can we curse on this right here?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
No, I wait till I get finished with your ass.
All right. I don't know if you guys know, but
I said it.
Morgan Freeman's granddaughter was actually in a fatal stabbing, and the
Oh,
man
wow.
who actually did it has now been sentenced to 20 years in prison for killing his granddaughter.
Wow.
Domestic violence is real, y'all.
Domestic violence is a very serious. It's always been a serious issue, and I don't know how we can tackle it to make it more aware to teach.
You know
but
what's
it's
a
problem.
good topic? We need to talk about rape culture because it's so
Yeah.
insane to me, like the difference between, like I've been trained so differently from men. Like sometimes I'm talking to whoever and I'll say something and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'll go," and I'm like, "I would never," because as a woman, I am taught to be fearful.
Yeah.
I am, but not. It's trained and it's for the betterment of me, right? Because you have people like R. Kelly walking around and people who are just walking around trying to steal you.
Yeah, I mean, girls are taught differently, just like how black people or black boys are taught differently than white boys growing up. It's like you teach certain things because it's for I want to say betterment, but it's to protect you.
And
right?
the thing about it that I don't understand is that men don't seem to understand it. So if I say something and I'll be like, nah, like if I meet somebody on Instagram or Facebook and they want to link up, and like they always want to link up at their house, like, nah,
Yeah,
nigga.
I don't get that. I don't get that at all.
I'm like, you could be crazy, A, and B, I don't want to go to your dirty little house. Like,
I won't even go to a woman's house.
Yeah.
Not the first one I met off, especially off social media. No, we're gonna go have some coffee in a public space.
exactly, but
and
they
we
don't
gonna-
seem to get
yeah.
that. I'm like, this is a legitimate danger, but whatever. I digress.
Hold up. It goes both ways because men
I'm gonna
also
steal your cookies.
them goodies. Them
tie me up.
goodies.
But
I mean,
no, men
opposed.
also deal with that. The thing with men is that a lot of men don't speak on it.
It's true.
Okay, we don't speak on it, as well as men being raped by men.
agreed.
Okay, and
That's true too.
again, the way men look at things, and we have this little stigma about not speaking up on those things that has happened to us.
Yeah.
And whether it's pride, ego, or embarrassment, a lot of that, men don't speak up on them being raped.
Agreed. Men don't speak up on being raped.
Yeah.
It-
Because they're ashamed
true,
upon. People don't
yeah.
believe them. People
I
don't
went
believe
to
them.
that coffee and collages with Dr. Sherry.
Yeah.
The one I saw. The one. Okay, it was amazing. Y'all should have went.
Yes, I went.
Let me tell you. First of all, I didn't mean y'all know me. I didn't mean to cry. I got in there and lost all my thug points immediately. Like, let me tell you, the panel was so amazing, but they like touched my heart so much. I was in there bawling. But it was crazy because like the majority of the women, when they started talking and telling their story, had some degree of being
rush with domestic violence,
manipulated sexually or molested or raped. It was crazy, but it's common.
Yeah, but it's definitely something that needs more education. What I will hope that doesn't happen, what you're starting to see is stuff talking about toxic masculinity. And I'm like, we got to find a fine line between what is actually toxic and what's not. And so I think that's definitely a conversation we need to have.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and switch over to our listener shout out.
All right, so this listener shout out this week for All Tea No Shade goes out to Sally Firkin.
Hey, Sally!
From Tampa, Florida. She's what I like to call a listener lurker. A listener lurker. So she's friends with all of us here on the podcast. But
let me tell y'all, Sally could bake her ass off. Y'all need to put some respect on her name. Woo, them cupcakes is life.
Her cupcakes are pretty good. But yes, so she doesn't really interact with us on our social media. But every time we see her, she always tells us about the episode she's listening to. And I'm a little biased, but I think her favorite segment is That Sounds Familiar.
She's after she listened to the podcast, she would contact me a couple times and say, "Why didn't you know that right there?" I'll be like, click.
You little hater. Y'all, Tyrone be getting so mad about this. That sounds familiar.
He won last week though. So so listeners, if you want to be shouted out on All Tea No Shade podcast, interact with us. Or you see us in person, but hey, I love that episode or whatever it is. You have opportunity to be shouted out, and we appreciate you guys. Elle, what's our social media stuff so they can interact with us?
On Facebook, we are All Tea No Shade Podcast. And you can also join our group, All Tea No Shade Podcast Family and Friends. You can also hit us up on IG at All Tea No Shade Podcast. And then if you're old school and you want to just shoot us an email, you can hit us up at allteenosshadepodcast@gmail.com.
Sounds good.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into the sip of the day.
The main sip. All right.
All right, we are taking it back to our very, very, very first episode. This is so nostalgic.
Our very first episode.
I wasn't here for this.
I know. I'm excited to hear your thoughts about it. So we are talking about shooting your mother freaking shot in 2019.
2019. I don't know how I feel about shooting my shot. I'm a little burnt out from shooting my shot. I'm over it.
You should see your face right now, y'all. He really does look over it. All right, so have you been shooting your shot in 2019?
Yes, I have been shooting my shot. I have been sliding in DMs. I have been just trying to find someone to let the ball go in the hole so we can move forward. But nah, it's been okay.
What's been the most successful way to shoot your shot, gentlemen? Like, what has worked out the most for you?
Being real.
Oh, well, hell.
Being real.
You just said a word. Okay, can I just get an amen from the choir?
Hell no.
Okay. You ain't being real. That's why
I'm playing.
You ain't being real.
I'm always real.
No, you're not.
What is real though? What is real?
Just being you. Being who you truly are, not trying to front nobody, not trying to sit here and act like you got all this, you got all that, you're this kind of person. Let the person get a feel for who you really, really are, and then let them go from there.
You don't get to do that in shooting shot, though. You shooting your shot. That's just the approach.
No. It all plays into it. Yes, it does, because even your approach, if you got a fake-ass approach, and excuse me, put it that way, but if you got a fake approach, you're not really being real.
Facts.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, for me, I would say the best thing that has worked is actually shooting your shot in person.
It's so good.
That is.
Shooting my shot online.
There's someone, a man who comes up to you in person.
Not worked. It has not been working. Yeah, I think something about in person. I think it's just not just men. I think it's women too. Like when women are just come up to you and start talking, I think on a sneak tip, a lot of times that's them trying to shoot your shot. But
agreed.
We don't. For men,
we're
we
more
don't
subtle.
always read the signs.
Yeah, we don't always identify it that way. Yeah, but
what about you, Al? What has worked for you? Have you shot your shot in 2019?
Y'all already know how bad my shooting my shot in 2018 went.
Yeah.
Cross-eyed. But go
Wah,
ahead.
wah, wah, wah,
Wasn't that bad?
wah.
So what happened?
In 2008, I shot my shot and he kicked the ball to the side.
That's okay.
You tried it once though in 2019. How you gonna shoot the ball once? That's like Michael Jordan going in the game and shooting the ball. I'm done. I missed. Mm-hmm. You gotta have a killer mentality. You gotta go in and keep shooting.
I also honestly don't feel like it's my place.
Oh, is that so?
I do. I think it's my place. I mean, listen, I'm a little traditional, so there's that.
I was about to say that.
Oh, here we go. We got
And
you.
so I feel like, blessed is the man that finds the wife. Like,
Womp, womp,
it's
womp,
on you to find me. Like, you need to chase me, not the other way around. And so
Aren't things different today with the way traditions, actually we talked about that, about having a show on traditions also. We're going to do that. But aren't today's traditions different, especially with the culture out here nowadays, with this younger generation, whereas do you only use tradition when it's beneficial to you, or do you use tradition when it's...
No, I think we talked about this like just personally, but I think that I will say I have seen where tradition has been used only to your benefit by both genders. But I think that personally it goes both ways, right? So if you want the man to always pay for dinner, then you actually have to cook. Like there's that trade-off.
I don't know. I think more women should shoot their shot. I'm not just saying that because I'm tired of approaching women. I think there's been proven stats here the last few years that say women have been more successful at finding a relationship by them being the ones to initiate.
To be the aggressor. My only concern is that if you start off as the aggressor, I don't want to be the aggressor in the relationship.
You don't have to be. And I think, but I will say that I think that being the aggressor should be a balance between two people. I absolutely hate having to be the aggressor all the time. Like I have to be the one who always initiates conversation. I have to be the one to always bring up the issues that we have. I have to be the one to always initiate sex. Like sometimes I want to be wanted too.
Right.
This is kind of interesting. I'm listening to you guys talk, and of course we're all from different generations. And with my generation, with me right now, when I shoot my shot, basically we. Basic week. I'm sorry.
Basic week. That's how you sure you ain't drinking some Tennessee whiskey too?
That's some good shit. But basically, I'm trying to say basically, I noticed that with the women that I do meet, and when I'm, as you per se put it, shooting my shot, we just generally just kind of like have a good approach to one another with their attraction, and then we just get into good conversation. There's really not one person being the aggressor because then they'll be about, look, let's meet up again sometime. I'll be like, sure, that's no problem. Or I'll say that to them.
Right.
It pretty much goes kind of smoothly. But listen to you guys, and also from certain things I've learned from from some clients, it's kind of harder for your generation out here now because y'all really haven't found a foundation yet for that too.
That's actually one of my questions. My very first question that I haven't even talked to your notes. It says, why has it gotten so difficult for people to say they like one another? Like I feel like it's gotten harder. Why is it?
It's so crazy because so I'm low key kind of talking to someone.
Oh gosh, what's his name? What does he do? Where does he work? How tall is he? How much does he weigh? He got babies.
Good.
Oh,
he don't got no babies. And he mentioned like the other day, I really liked you, and it kind of threw me off because you don't hear that anymore.
Yeah. Which is sad.
It's sad.
It's sad. People are afraid to be vulnerable and say that.
They are. I did a little discussion with some young men probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Long story short, they stated that they don't openly tell the young lady that they like them because when they have with them, they got rejected.
Yep.
And so that's probably why a lot of men are, not as acceptable to sitting here telling you that they are attracted or they like you because you may be like, well, you're okay, or they may not say nothing at all. A lot of times, a lot of people, they want some feedback when they say something like that.
A lot of times it's not reciprocated, right? And it sucks because they always say, don't say anything that you expect to have in return because they're saying you're just kind of fishing.
Right. But
at the same time, if someone says, hey, you know what? I like you. You will hope that they be like, I like you too.
But don't expect. And you're right. You will hope. But and I told them the same. What you're saying right now. I told them don't expect the person to reciprocate the way that you did with them.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true.
Let them do it their way. Okay. And in their time, if they like you if you two of you continue dating, going out, then eventually they will more than likely say something to you about it.
So I don't really think women shoot their shots unless they get into desperation mode. Like,
Pew, pew,
meaning like, they get super lonely, super horny, or been single for a very long time. So would y'all say that that's accurate or it's not true?
I don't think so. I think it depends on the woman. Some women are just aggressive.
Yeah.
And some women are just like, oh, that. Like, I have girlfriends who will be like out at the club or whatever the case is. If I see a cute guy, I'll just look at him and let him pass. And I have a girlfriend who, if she sees a cute dude, she's walking to him and is like, hello. And so it just depends, I think, on your personality and where you stand on things. Like, she's not very traditional.
No, the young ladies that I have shot their shot with me just had a nice approach. And normally it's just a nice little subtle way of just saying, hey, how are you doing? And we just end up having good conversations. So I wouldn't agree with that. Mm-mm.
I don't actually get approached by women in person though. Like I would literally see a group of women or a beautiful woman, and I just go and put myself in her presence, right, to see if there's any kind of energy or contact or whatnot.
Let me ask you this right here. Can you read their signs? Because a lot of men can't really read the signs of a woman when a woman is sitting here doing things.
But here's the thing: the signs used to be that when you make eye contact and they keep looking at you, randomly, that's a sign. Or
if they hold eye contact,
But lately, over the last couple of years, we're so distracted by our phones that people don't make eye contact. So if I see a woman on the corner, I'm waiting for that sign. I'm looking up. I'm waiting for her to see, but she never looks up. She's always down on her phone. Right.
But that also is sometimes strategic. Like when I see a group of men and I'm really not trying to be bothered, I am on my phone. I am on my phone in hopes that they will leave me the hell alone.
True. So Jay, when she don't look up at you,
that's what it is.
Now you know. No, But
and I also feel like women. Like another sign used to be, if there's a group of women, the woman would walk away from the group. Separate herself, because I think most people understand that it's a little intimidating
to walk up to a
group of people, a group of women that you don't know. But so women would typically use back in the day separate themselves from the group, so you have opportunity to make that move and go over there and talk. But a lot of times I don't see that happening anymore. I see that women are just staying congregated together, and I'm like, I'm okay confident, but I ain't that confident to go and approach a group of women, like, oh, all of y'all are beautiful, but I want this one. Right. No, it's not happening.
Have you ever shot your shot in a group and then realized you shot your shot to the wrong person?
Like shit.
I'm glad let's go with this question. For women, Al, this is mainly directed towards you. When let's say a unit group of women are together, and y'all see this one guy, and let's say you be like, you know what, I want Slim right there. I want him, right? But he comes to the group and approach your girlfriend. How do y'all go from that way? From there, I'm sorry.
I think it depends on the group. So I know girls who they do this stupid thing where they dib a man.
My germs.
Yeah, so like if they see him, they're like, ooh, dibs.
Right.
Oh, wow. But then they never approach.
They're waiting for him.
But he approached the other girl.
When you say dibs, it really means like your girlfriend is supposed to help facilitate.
Right.
Right?
I got you.
So you all know the pushy girlfriend who's like, oh, my friend likes you.
Yeah.
Right, that's what that means.
Good wingman. I need a good wingman.
I'm a great wing woman.
I don't know.
I'm legit good.
You know what? I will give you a little bit of credit, because the one time we were out First Friday, and it was just this chick, and you were trying to fill out for me, but she was feeling the tall guy though. She was like not feeling me. So I was like,
I bet Ella's a good wing girl.
Women like pretty women, so women will come up to me just to talk, and then I'd be like, oh, but you single? What you doing? All right, I got somebody for you.
And she'd be like, no, I'm trying to get with you.
I mean, I've had that too.
Back to TJ's question, is like, have I ever shot my shot and realized it was the wrong person? Like, oh no, that was your question. That was the question. I can't say that I've shot my shot in a social setting in a group, but let's say I shot my shot online with somebody who I know in a group setting.
Right.
It's like, okay, I probably shot my shot with the wrong person. Now she done already told her that we went out and that we kissed or whatnot. Now she ain't gonna come and talk to me because it's like, just because I went on a date don't mean that.
It sucks though, because it's like you will meet. Like I've been on dates, like first date. First of all, gentlemen, if you are going out with a lady for the first time, do not make it a group setting.
Oh, heck no.
Especially if you are not the most fly out of your group. So I have been in a situation where it's like a first date where really like the first time hanging out, and I'm hanging out with him and his boys, like at the bar
Yeah,
club,
I would never do that.
American
Never do that.
or the Kennedy or whatever the case is. Not the Kennedy, but Jackson's. And I end up liking his friend more than I like him because he's just much more my speed.
If you're not the funniest dude in your group, don't
Ooh, don't
no group
do
setting,
it.
because women
Don't
always
do-
go for the funniest dude. I don't know why.
Because I might have like given him more play if I had
Right.
been with his
Yeah.
friend, but now I'm like, oh, I'm interested in your friend. I'm really not gonna give you play. But like,
But how do you even go from how do you even slide in the DM after that though? Like you don't even go with him no more, but you go to Facebook and send a friend request. It's like, oh, friend request.
yeah.
Let's see if he accepted it.
Okay, so this has recently happened. This
gotta
sounds
stop
so
laughing before we
shady.
No, it won't
This
laugh.
sounds so shady. Okay, so I went on a date with the guy who asked me out. He's been asking me out for a minute. And
Do I know him?
you know him.
Oh, okay.
The last person I told you I went on a date
Okay.
with that we mutually know.
Yeah.
And we went to this restaurant, and he was like hanging out with some of his boys. And I actually knew one of his boys from Instagram or Facebook. I had added him because he was cute.
Hey,
Hello.
I do that all the time.
And so I added him
girls.
because he was
You added him
cute.
because he's
And then he was
Pretty
like
girls.
even
Oh, okay.
cuter in person. And we were all talking.
You said he was cuter in person.
Yes. And so the three of us are all like, hanging out. And I'm totally into the friend and not at all into the guy I'm with.
Nah,
And
that
so
sucks.
it sucks because
You can't really holler.
we were yes, I can. Why can't
On
I?
a date? No, not on a date. That's
Not on
messed
the
up.
date, but like we were already social media friends.
Yeah, oh,
so stories is the best thing because when you watch a story, you can easily respond to someone's story,
Yeah.
and that can create conversation.
Conversation,
So I feel
yeah.
like to me, my shooting of my shot, this is my shot shooting that's happening in 2019, is if I like see their Instagram story or whatever the case is, I'll just start communicating with them
Through that.
constantly through their stories, and then that creates like a connection.
I'll keep that in mind. I wonder if other women are doing that too.
If somebody's always comment on your story, she's trying to talk, boo.
What were you laughing at, TJ?
Don't do it.
Yeah, I'm not going to
Do it.
Why?
No, do it. Do
Come
it. Do
on.
it.
It goes to you and I was talking about before we went on the air, before we started on the podcast about gray sweatpants.
Oh yes. Don't be out here swinging langing.
So a buddy of mine had called me. He was moving, and he told me he needed some help down there at his house. He told me about a new girl he had met, how she was helping him. So I'm like thinking about the girl being there. So coming from up north from Baltimore, I had on my gray sweatpants, my Timbs,
Lingerie.
and
Not the Timbs. He
Yes,
had
yes.
He had
Woo!
the,
It's lingerie, y'all.
He had the northern style.
You had
going
draws on? You had draws on?
I had boxers on. So,
Oh, okay.
when I get there, he introduced us. Let's just say her eyes went.
It's so hard not to.
But at the same time,
The print.
the young lady reached out to me.
I bet she
So that's
did.
what talking,
Bet she did.
So I was like, that's why I was laughing.
I bet
'cause-
she did.
Fast in the pants ass. I'm playing. So here's the question.
Prince will make her dance.
What advice would you give the individual who wants to shoot his or her shot in person, but always clams up when they're about to try? Because there are a lot of people that want to shoot their shot, right?
That's
But
the most
they're-
awkward
but they're
when
shy,
you know somebody
yeah.
wants to shoot their shot and they're in front of you and they're just being super fucking awkward about it. It's like the most. I almost want to say it for him. Like, do you want to just ask me out? Is that what you're trying to do? Because it's so awkward.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
I feel like it's emasculating.
Nah, mm-mm.
I think how you do it
Right.
is
Well, the thing about it is, like, if you are hesitating, then you're not the right man for me.
not true. How do you know that?
Because I like super alpha men.
But you never know unless, just like we talking about guys shooting his shot. You never know unless you shoot your shot by saying making it easier for him. Y'all may go on their first date and have a great time. You
Yeah.
never know. It goes to my words of wisdom, but we'll get to that.
and just
in a minute.
because I'm gonna say this, just because the person does not approach in that situation does not necessarily mean they're not alpha.
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
I feel like it is, though.
I don't
Because
think so.
I've never seen, like, an alpha man hesitate.
Get out of your feelings. And I'm not being smart.
not
I'm
in
not
my
being.
feelings.
No, you just say you feel. I'm not being smart. I'm just saying you feel. give that guy seriously. Sometime a lady.
I ain't giving no chances in 2019.
Okay,
That's
because
how I feel right
I've been
now.
shooting my shot with you for a while.
Get out my face, TJ.
I just threw up in my mouth. So like that 200 times.
Maybe incest for you.
Yes. But no, like I
Give me a can
So
and
y'all,
shoot
y'all,
your
didn't
ass.
get, y'all didn't get no advice. We got sippers out here who
sorry.
want to do it. Give some
I'm-
advice to the sipper who trying to approach when they clam up.
I'm gonna give advice. Just like when we sitting here doing the what's the thing we do when I'm always losing to you, Jay.
I mean, every game.
Familiar.
The thing is that you keep on trying until you succeed. Okay.
Okay.
And that's just a little simple. I'm putting to that right there because Jay keep winning every week. You know, he has the list of the songs already. I mean, yeah, the list of the person already on there. I seen your list over there, Jay. You be cheating. But no, you keep on trying. And eventually you'll have the courage. Eventually you'll say succeed. Do not stop.
And I will say is confidence is so attractive. And so fake it until you make it. And also, so I've had this situation. This happened like maybe a month ago. I went on a date with a guy and I thought he was really cool. And then he started telling me about how much he liked me and he's been like liking me for like years.
Oh, he's a you guy.
Yeah.
No, no.
What's a you guy?
The Netflix
Netflix
show.
show.
called
Oh, I haven't
You.
seen it. And he was like, yeah, I met him off of like Tinder. And he was like, yeah, we matched a couple of times, but you never respond. Because that's me. I never respond. I like to swipe for entertainment value. And
And that's what's wrong out here. It's,
whatever, you can kiss my ass. And
like I
so,
said, I'm shooting my shot to try.
and so we finally like linked up, but like he spent 40 minutes telling me like how he found me on Facebook, how he'd been like feeling me for like a year. And it's so awkward
Yeah, that's
because as a
awkward.
female, this is my first time really knowing him or
Yeah.
encountering him. So I don't like.
I'm like, why divulge all that
Why
information?
divulge that? He's like,
I don't even
yeah, I
know.
saw you about a year and a half ago, and you were in this picture, and I had to find out who you were, and then we matched, and then you never responded, and I sent you like 6 messages.
Wow.
And then
I'm sorry.
yeah, you're fine.
No. He divulged it because he thought by him sharing those, he thought by sharing those things with you, you would find
Being
that
impressed,
attractive.
yeah.
No.
But see, nowadays, back in the day, women like that.
Yeah.
You could leave a note in a woman's car, say, hey, you know, I'm your secret admirer. Or you could do little things like, all that
Yeah.
was considered sweet, nice. Oh, that's so nice. I'm a secret admirer. But nowadays, things like what he did is considered creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the difference right there. So he has to sit here and change his approach a bit because, again, he may be very much innocent and maybe very direct about letting you know those
Yeah.
things. But at the same time,
It comes off as creep life.
It comes off that way.
Yeah,
Yep.
and you don't want. I don't feel like you want somebody who's going.
To put you on a pedestal.
Yeah, 'cause I had someone slide my DM the other day, and she was like, "I just love all your posts. Everything you post is just so funny to me. I'm just a huge fan." I'm like, "Thanks," but I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
know if I want to talk to you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to dismiss her, but at the same time, like, don't put me up because I got my flaws.
See, it's
You know?
it's funny
Right?
because sometimes
Absolutely,
when it comes from the right person, we want it.
that's true.
And when it
That's
comes
true.
from that person that we're not really feeling like that,
That's true.
that's when we are a bit dismissive.
Oh,
of
I
that.
always
That's
say,
true.
like, creepy depends purely on
Exactly.
whether or not you're attracted to them and like
Exactly.
them. Like, the same thing that somebody who you want to deal with does, that you find so romantic. Like, oh, he left me a ton of flowers in my front door, so when I got there, they were there. Really cute if it's the guy you're feeling. Really freaking creepy if it's the guy you're not.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
So my advice to people who wants to shoot your shot but struggling with it, I would say it's easier to shoot your shot in a social setting of friends. So if you go to an event with a bunch of friends, find that group, whatever it is, and find out what they're talking about, and find a way to insert yourself into the conversation so that you have something you can relate to.
Exactly.
or just go in guns blazing. I feel like if you're gonna shoot your shot, just fucking do it. Like, don't hesitate. Just be like, listen, girl, you cute. Your booty look right.
Booty is popping.
Here's
Like, just go with it. Like, the people who hesitate, you can feel the hesitation on the other hand, and it's awkward.
I would say make sure you have the right kind of approach for that person.
But you don't know the approach though. You don't know how to approach him. You don't know him yet.
If you stand back and kind of like pay attention a little bit, you can kind of like read. If you know how to read a person or read certain things, you can kind of like read those things a little bit. If you see them in a bookstore reading certain kind of books, make sure your approach is kind of like towards what she's reading. If your approach is something relatable to them, you have a better chance of establishing a conversation with them.
That's a great point. Approach is life. Like if you are going and your approach should be to get to know them. That should be your initial approach.
Yeah.
And if your approach is purely because she's hot and like you just want to smash, she can tell.
Let me add this to it. Compliment. If a young lady walk by you and she smells good, compliment them on their perfume. If she has on a nice outfit, compliment
her perfume.
her perfume.
Her perfume.
Women like the little things, especially when a man notices.
I like the non-obvious compliment.
Her shoes, her belt, her earrings, her necklace. A lot of time, man, he made just a compliment on their outfit. But when he see the little details she put into it and compliment on that, she will take notice of that right there.
Yeah.
You know?
I had a situation the other day. We're at an event, and I hug everybody for the most part.
Yeah.
And I hugged this
Jay
one.
known for his hug, y'all.
So I hugged this one girl, and she just gave me this look. And I was like,
because you put that hug on her.
And so, but she
put that print on her.
So she didn't say anything. But like a couple of days later, she was in my DM. She was like, when you gave me that hug, I was like,
You got good hug. You give good hug.
Like sip, 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 thirsty.
Hey, I'll take it though. I'll take it.
But see, that's the thing too, right? So that's part of like the problem with shooting your shot is, especially in today's culture, is the idea that you're being thirsty.
And it's not. I agree. Yeah.
Like,
I hate that.
I've seen it all the time where people will post like pictures of people trying to get at them in their DM.
I hate that.
And I'm just like, that's what we're supposed to be doing. If you're single, you would hope that people are trying to slide in your DM to talk to you. Like, I never.
And that actually will stop other men from approaching you by doing that. Or other women, whatever.
Exactly.
For me, I never, like, people slide in my DM, I'm never posting a picture. I'm not, like, unless you're being like buck wild, crazy, disrespectful, it's nobody's business, like, between what's going on between the two of us, even if I'm not feeling it, right? But like, don't post on social media people who have like maybe shot their shot and you didn't, because people have this idea, they're like, did you look at me? Did you think that I was your level? And to me, that's just so arrogant.
You know who I think is the most aggressive shot shooters?
Thick ladies, thick girls.
No, the LGBT community. And because I feel like I have so many people that would shoot their shot with me, that like gay guys. I'm polite to say, yeah, I like women. Yeah, thank you, but all the time I just don't get. I don't know.
Well, that's because there's no like, right. So for male and females, there's a gender. There's tradition to follow, right? The guy's the aggressor, the girl is the receiver. Yeah. When you're dealing with like LGBT, there's no traditional rules, so everybody got to shoot their shot. Like, you know what I mean?
True. I guess that's true.
It's funny. I find. I don't want to call them big girls, okay?
Big girls are aggressive.
But the Jill Scotts.
I would the Jill Scotts, as well as, and I got to put it this way, white women with the I like black men haircuts. They will shoot their shot.
Yes, they will.
Yes, they will.
They come in for Uzi.
They will beyond shoot they shot.
Yes.
They are black ops, y'all.
Yes, and you can easily notice. I mean, you notice them anyhow because they got a certain kind of haircut. Be like, yeah, they like
you
brothers.
part of the tribe.
Do y'all think a person should shoot their shot multiple times in say a 6-month or 12-month window?
To the same person?
To the same person. Should they just stop at one time, or should? Because I know maybe the situation has changed. Maybe she's not interested in month 1. Maybe in month 6 she is interested.
The guy I'm talking to shot his shot multiple times. It just takes me. Sometimes it depends on the person. Sometimes it just takes a while. So I'm not big on social media. I'm not like, y'all know the struggle be real, and so it just takes me a minute to decide if I like you or not.
I say don't stop until
get it. Don't stop.
Until you really feel as though that you see that you're not really getting anywhere. Because each time you may take your shot, you may say and feel like you're getting a little bit further into it with this person. So,
yeah.
The first time you may not have no conversation. Second time you at least sat down, talked a little bit, and things seem kind of smooth. Third time, it may go to another point or so. But if you feel like there's growth to it, then don't stop. If you feel like this is nowhere, this ain't going nowhere, then stop.
Yeah, I think I stop around 3. I think if I try 3 times,
Take 3 shots.
yeah. Hey, I shoot high, man. I'm shooting from Mars. I just be shooting from a deep Kobe.
I hate you.
But I feel like
Square your shoulders.
because like I said, sometimes maybe she just got through a breakup and she's not interested. Maybe she might find you attractive. Well, he may find you attractive, but they're not in that space yet. So you keep kind of throwing little hints here and there, and then maybe you shoot shot again, and maybe the 3rd time it's like, okay, let's do this.
It's all about spacing. Like for me, yes. If like sometimes I just don't want to be bothered, and so you could be like the perfect man, but if I'm in I really like being single stage. It ain't happening.
Okay.
That is true, man. I just got dealt with somebody like that who didn't realize that they were truly in. I just want to enjoy my single stage,
Yes,
and which is frustrating as a person who is deep into like really trying to pursue you. It's like you're doing everything. You dotting I's, you crossing T's, you're doing everything, and then they just like, I like you, but they just in that single phase. So when you realize that you've been shooting a shot, just move on, man. Move.
So what has been your most successful shot in 2018?
Or 2019, I haven't had a successful shot.
Let's reflect on last year.
I will say my most successful shot probably was on Match.com. Like y'all knew I was dating.
I never get anything on Match, but white men.
Yeah, I get it, and I get it. I'm not going to it, but I was.
You get white men also.
No,
And white men too.
I get never mind. But it was Match, and obviously I was dating somebody for like 3 months, and so I would think that's my most successful one. It didn't work out, but I enjoyed the process. I enjoy how long it lasts. I've just learned to enjoy the moment for however long it lasts. And if it lasted a year, if it lasted a lifetime, great. If it lasted 2 months, that's okay too. But that's probably my most successful.
I'm going to change this a little bit.
Okay.
And it's not even about dating. I shot my shot at looking for another career.
That's true.
And it's mainly because even though I'm retired from the fire department, I have a pension, blah, blah, blah. But I'm still.
Oh, you got money? You got money?
Money for me, baby. But.
Money for us.
Okay, girl, now I'm trying to shoot my shot again with you, girl.
All right.
You ready now? Let me stop. So.
Triangle.
No, really. I'm still youthful and I wanted something else to do, even though I enjoyed my coaching. But my coaching.
Nothing.
Okay. My coaching is the time frames with those different, mainly later on in the week. So I took my shot at looking for another career. And actually, I became successful with that. I found a nice career job as a safety manager for the wastewater department.
Congratulations, TJ.
Thank you. And actually, I'm enjoying it. It feels good to be back in a team setting, which I always enjoy. Well, not really that. The team setting. I really miss the family of a team. Yes, all that right there. So I'm back into that, and I enjoy it. So I took my shot at looking for another career, and let's
be real. When you are applying for jobs, you have to shoot your shot a lot. Like you got to shoot it a lot in order to find someone to take that chance.
Yes, because at first when I was putting my sending out my resume to different places, I mean, what they wanted to pay me was way below my value and my worth. And when you know your worth, you will not settle for no $15,000, $18,000, especially when you know what you bring to it. The education and the experience is valued way more than that. So then when I applied for this career right here, and they accepted me, actually, before I even started, they gave me an extra raise also. So I'm not complaining at all. So
yeah, I always shoot my shot even for jobs that on paper I am not qualified for. Like my philosophy is let them tell you no, don't tell yourself no.
That's a good one. I like that.
Right, I shoot my shot on both sides.
What about you, El?
Oh yeah.
We didn't get to you.
I'm anti-shoot your shot. I'm just joking. I think it's important. I just need to do it more.
Yes, you do.
I'm still single and kind of mingling. So.
Do y'all think attractive people have a harder time getting approached?
I do.
I
think getting approached the wrong way. So for me, I get approached by a group of men who are looking for a trophy.
They want a trophy wife?
Yeah, like you can tell, like they only their interest is that their friends like me. Like the attention in which I generate from other people. Which if you know me, I don't like the attention. So I'm much more like chill and reserved. And so there will become a friction point. You can always tell because it'll be like, to me, I can, depending on how I dress is how I feel. So if I'm feeling sexy, I'm going to be half naked. And if I'm feeling chill, I'm going to be really comfortable. And it doesn't matter where I'm going. Like I don't dress to where I go. I dress to how I feel. And so if I'm like wearing something super comfortable, like, why aren't you like more sexy? Why aren't you like, and I'm like, oh, my friend think you so fine. Everybody say you so, and I'm like, why do you care what other people are thinking?
Yeah.
And so for me, I'm always checking the intention of why they're coming. Are they coming to know me, or are they coming because?
I can see why people may get your energy confused though, like because like when you're out and about, you have this very bubbly personality, and everyone like this big personality. People are like, damn, she got good energy. She's like all over the place. But then when you're in home behind closed doors,
so chill.
You just chill, calm. So someone who approaches you in public will say, damn, I like that. That's what I want. And then when they get behind doors, it's like, dang, she real quiet. Like, it's just different energy. So
I'm a full ambivert. So I'm extroverted and introverted at the same damn time. And so you got to be able to do one or the other. I mean, I have people who like my introvert side and don't like my extrovert side, and people who like my extrovert side and don't like my introvert side. So it is what it is.
But yeah, go ahead, T.
I like you have good energy. You have subtle energy as well as the exuberant energy.
Thank you.
Exuberant.
Yes.
Come on, SAT.
How we spell exuberant? EXUBERANT. And there we go.
No, you do, because if I didn't know you, okay, and met you out in public and everything, I would probably feel that energy like that when you're out having fun, dancing and stuff too.
Yeah.
But then behind closed doors, I see how you've been with us also, and you just had great energy.
TJ always asking me, "Is that okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, she good. She good."
Yeah, but she be quiet.
I'm so chill.
Right, and then you'll have a little smile and you'll make a little comment, but like, okay, she's good today.
Yeah.
But it's important to me to make sure that you're okay.
Oh, I appreciate you.
But I definitely think.
I get it though. I get it confusing.
Yeah, I think attractive people do have a harder time getting approached, and because people think that you already have someone. Okay. Or people are not confident enough to approach you.
Do you guys get this where they automatically assume you got hoes?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. Like if you're attractive, they automatically assume you got hoes.
But I do. But no,
I have had so many women tell me that they won't talk to me because they think I have so many women, or I'm playing games. I'm like, yo, I'm a good ass dude. I'm out here actually trying. Like, no, I don't have any hoes. Like, I've had hoes in the past, but yeah, it's
I'm
crazy.
reformed. I'm a reformed hoe.
Yeah, it's just crazy, man. Like I've had so many women.
That's what
with
Jay said about
online.
me.
They're like, "Why are you on here?" I'm like, "What do you mean why I'm on here?" It's like, well, you're too attractive to be on online dating. I'm like, everyone online dates.
Yeah.
Like, just because I'm attractive doesn't mean I'm on here playing games.
right. Well, ask them, why are you on here? Or do you not consider yourself attractive also? So why are you on here then?
First of all, I hate that question. Can we get rid of that question in 2018? Why are you still single? If you don't shut your motherfucking mouth, like that's just the most weird question. Like, because I ain't find somebody yet. I mean, what more do you want the answer to be?
That's it, basically.
All right, what's your goal? Are
My
you
goal?
shooting your shot for 2019?
Yeah, I'm definitely shooting my shot because I'm one of those people who believe that we are not put on earth to spend it by ourselves.
Agreed.
And so if you want a relationship or you envision yourself having a life partner, then you have to try. And so I am definitely shooting my shot. I've been shooting my shot a lot in 2019. I'm just trying to find somebody who's ready.
That's why I'm ready, yo.
They say, what's the R. Kelly song?
We ain't singing R. Kelly.
Like you're ready. Oh, I'm sorry.
I know, but we about to say
We do not support him.
Lose some listeners.
Robert Kelly. We do not support the
You
Kellys.
see, he got his. Never mind. He got dropped from the record label.
I know, but did you also see that his
manager,
his music has been being played more than ever? Like all his sales have spiked.
People are always going to rebel. And it's not just men playing it. It's women.
No,
too,
it's women
man.
playing.
Yeah.
Women are the worst. If you look on like line, people who are supporting him, I tell you, black women.
They are shooting that shot with R. Kelly. That's not going to
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that. All right, so for my goal for 2019 is I'm gonna shoot my shot at least twice. One more time than the last
you
one.
are a risk taker. Go
Ooh,
ahead.
look
I'm
at
proud of
me.
you. I got a good song for you on my toast to wisdom in a minute.
Oh God.
For me, I'm shooting my shot less when wanted, more when needed and necessary.
Okay.
And I would say that if you don't mind me
How
saying
do
to
you know if you needed and wanted?
you know what you want, you know what you need.
Okay.
Okay, so when I look at some young ladies and I feel like, I'm going to shoot my shot, is that really a want or a need? Because some young ladies I'm looking at in a certain kind of way.
Right.
And that's when I want to shoot
That's
my
Pimp Tyrone.
That's that Friday night, a little bit of long time, I'm starting.
Got a little bit of coffee.
Hey, coffee, man.
Oh, a little bit of whiskey.
You're going to get crunk drunk.
A little tequila.
No, I would say
you need
that.
you need that Hennessy for that.
Oh, I hate hen, but all right, I like it. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move on
To your most favorite.
to my least,
Especially your least when you're losing. When you
favorite
That sounds about right.
segment, which is
That sounds
What?
familiar.
Since JB bragging about how I beat you this week, I beat you last week, I'm not even going to do it this week and say that I kicked that ass last week. So let's go ahead.
You did spank L's.
no.
You got your first win.
Just because you won one time.
All right, sippers.
All right, let's
Y'all
do
know
this.
what it is. It is time for That Sounds Familiar. I'm going to play 5 songs for L and TJ. It is your goal to try to guess it before them, and it is their goal to try to guess it before one another. You can find these songs on the OT No Shade Spotify playlist because we don't own these songs, but we respect the song, love the song. We want the artist to get all due respect for it. All right, so here we go. First song came out in 2017. Very, very popular song. Be fast.
SZA?
No.
Call it how it is.
Future.
Yes.
I'm not on these.
As soon as he said
You know it.
Hendrix.
You know it.
This is the
Molly Percocet. Hey, Percocet. Molly Percocet.
Have you seen the videos?
Yeah. You know that song, TJ? You know that song, don't you? That laughing at L, because L was going crazy over here.
She woke me up just now.
So Future said he was talking about Sierra and Russell Wilson
He
recently.
needs to let them live their
He
best
is like
life.
the ex that won't go away.
He just sounds bitter, and they seem like
sounds
they
super
live
bitter.
in their best life. Like Russell Wilson, his only response was a picture of his daughter kissing baby Future, and says the only thing that matters is love.
Yeah.
And I was like, the perfect response. Like Russell
Yeah.
Wilson is living his best
He
life.
is. He got a good woman. She got a good man. They happy. So Future, he's some chill. All right. So that one went to L.
You got to dance again.
One
I love
zip.
it.
The second
Did you not
song.
see this video of the kid
I
doing
see
that?
that. I gotta
Yeah, the
watch
white
that.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this next song came out in 2008. 2008.
It's not El Varner?
The girl was going to see the Super Bowl.
Missy Elliott discovered her.
Not Michelle. Oh,
I know this song.
I know. She's blackballed now in the industry, isn't she?
Oh no, you're thinking about Chrisette Michelle.
Yeah, okay.
Jasmine Sullivan.
Yes,
Sullivan.
yes. I know one of them two right there.
Yeah.
Okay, good one. Good one.
Thank you.
Jasmine
I
Sullivan.
forgot all about her. I love her.
Where is Jasmine Sullivan from?
I feel like she's up north.
She is up north.
New York?
No,
Philly?
Philly.
I felt like it.
She's from Philly. She's 37 years old.
Oh, she look good. Come on through, Miss
37.
Jasmine.
37.
I'm gonna shoot
I'm
my
not
shot, girl.
scared.
Shoot my
All right. So this next
Yeah.
one, I don't think either one of you are going to get
Aw, damn. Here we go.
it. It's from 2018. It's I'll give you one other guess. It's
I think it's to the radio like I'm
Okay.
Spotify all the time.
it's a guy.
All right.
All right.
Travis Scott.
Check 6ix9ine.
Ticka.
6ix9ine, whatever.
No.
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
No.
Savage 21.
Nope.
Migos.
Nope. Hey, let's go.
I heard this. I don't know.
But Travis Scott is in it. That's him right there, but not his song.
I was about to say, that sounds like Travis.
I don't know the guys.
Hold on, let me hear the
Go
beat.
ahead, L. Take this one.
Let me hear the
He's
chorus.
dark skinned. He has afro.
Meek? No.
Not neat. He's very young.
Hey! Let's still do fraud.
Y'all don't know who it is. 5, 4.
It's the, oh, I know who it is.
3,
I know who it is. It's the
two.
guy. It's Tekashi 6ix9ine who sings
No,
this.
it's not. And 1. It is Kodak Black.
Yeah, I don't listen to Kodak.
I was
Kodak
thinking
Black.
that. I really was.
But I like this song though.
That's a great song.
Looking
right?
like I still do fraud.
So it's actually Kodak Black featuring Travis Scott and Migos.
Okay.
That song's called ZZ.
It's the Z shit.
It's the
I always
Z-
thought it was Tekashi 6ix9ine who sang that
Nope.
for some reason. He has another song called with the Z, right?
Yeah, does he?
Yeah.
So you still alive, TJ?
Yeah, I'm still
You're
alive.
still alive. No one got that
I'm
one.
not scared. That
All
that
right.
is
That's right. I'm not. Bring it on. Girl.
All right.
All right, TJ. I need you to be on this one, man, because
I'm
L
trying,
L
man.
gonna be
L-
on it.
I don't mind.
This song came out in 2013.
Beyonce.
Yes. She happy. She dancing.
I'm watching because she's just jiggling in here.
So this is Beyonce. This
You
is
knew I was gonna
7-Eleven.
get that.
This is
That
7-Eleven.
That wasn't even right.
I know.
Any Beyonce is just wrong.
But it was the popular song. I was thinking he would know it.
I
think he would need to lose this week.
E. So what's Beyonce's middle name?
Giselle.
Correct. All right. So
I only know this
Good
because
one.
there's a Instagram account that don't like her.
Oh yeah.
But it's like one of those blog, like celebrity blog things. I think it's In Case You Know. Have you ever heard of it?
Never heard of it.
And they always call her Giselle in like the most derogatory sense.
So L is officially the winner.
Reclaim
That
the
sounds
bathroom.
familiar.
Hey, I ain't mad at you.
But the
I'm
Sippers
not
may be tied right now.
Y'all ain't scared. Y'all ain't ready for
So
this.
we're gonna play one more song.
One more.
just in case. This song came
I'ma
out
take you
in
home tonight.
2018.
Oh shit.
Brand new. Y'all have already said a few of these names. Young guy.
Tigger.
Tekashi.
Tekashi
go.
6ix9ine.
I really don't like him. I don't know him. I guess his music.
But listen to this beat though.
I know the beat is like that. Yeah.
It's a beat hot. So that's Tekashi 6ix9ine. The song is called TikTok. So Sippers, I hope you beat L. You definitely beat TJ. So congratulations, L. You are the winner. You are up big time.
Always.
TJ bounced back. All right, what we got next?
All right. I'm not looking forward to this because he's been
This is
talking
for
about it
you,
for
Al.
a little
Yes.
second.
Oh,
Let's
what's
get
this?
Hope. Go ahead and get the Pimp Tyrone. Pimp Tyrone. Pimp Tyrone. I see Tyrone in the house. I said Tyrone in the house for his toast to wisdom.
That
Amen.
is not, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it alone. Everything he ride me.
All right, let's go, pimp.
So this is for you. Well, actually, it's not even for you, but from us talking about from our main topic, shoot your shot. And you said you're only going to do it twice this year. I want you to rethink that, okay? But basically, this is from
No, Negro.
this is from Muhammad Ali.
So?
Yes, quote from him: "He who is not courageous enough to take risk will accomplish nothing in life."
Say it one more time.
He who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life.
I'm okay with that.
Say it one more time. I'm playing. I'm joking. No, that's a good one.
No, but we all must learn to take risks in life. Whether it's shooting your shot, whether it's no matter what it might be, you take
Facts.
that chance. You know, there's many people in the past who did not take that chance, and they look back on shoulda, coulda, woulda. But with today's generation who are taking so many chances out here, do the same thing. No matter your age, no matter what, take that chance in life because you never know what you can accomplish.
What's the biggest chance that you've taken since over the last, let's say, 10 years? You're saying being courageous. What's something you were courageous on? You took that risk and that you're like, damn, I'm so glad I did it.
I'm gonna keep it. Oh, I won't make this long, but I had a big fall in life, a big fall where I lost almost everything. Okay, and I took the risk basically on, and I got to say it this way, on getting back up. I was so comfortable in that pain that I was in by staying down. Okay. And
Ooh, child, you just spoke a word. People be so comfortable when
Yes.
they get knocked down.
But I had to take that risk to get back up. And I'm very grateful, thankful, and blessed. And I got to say, by God, for allowing me to get up to where I am, back to where I am, and even better than where I was before.
Okay.
Okay.
I think
Praises.
the biggest risk that I've taken over the last 10 years was actually having the balls to just up and uproot my entire life from Virginia.
Yeah, that's crazy.
To Florida.
That's amazing.
Like I didn't know anyone. I didn't have any family. I didn't even have a job when I moved down here. I just knew I had to go. And so I sold probably 80% of the stuff I had, packed my car in a little U-Haul trailer on the back, man, and I just left. I just knew I needed to go.
What a beautiful way to start
And
over,
it
right?
is.
It is. And you've been happier. You've been happy.
I've been
man.
10 times happier. I've grown so much.
Your
I've
family
spread
started
my wings.
following you down here.
my younger sister came first, then my mom, and then my older sister and my nephews, and I've just built a real beautiful network of people. And I was having this, this debate on Facebook the other day about people saying Tampa is so boring and whatnot. And one thing I was always saying was that your network will really determine a lot of times how you feel about a city.
It's so true.
And it's not always true for everyone, but when you have good people that you can hang out with and spend time with, it makes a huge difference.
A huge difference.
So, yeah. What's a risk for you, real quick, that you've taken?
A risk that I have taken has been believing in myself when it comes to dance. So I started dance maybe like 4 years ago. So in the dance community, I'm considered like a baby still.
Yeah.
But I'm teaching, I'm performing, I direct my own dance team.
I still haven't seen you dance in person yet.
Hater. And so there's a moment where you're like, I think I was like 2 years in when I started teaching, which is unheard of.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to do it. And like my mentor was like, no, I think you're ready. And I just felt really unprepared because like I'm going to be teaching. And literally my first class, I was teaching people I learned with. Because I started a different studio and then I switched over to my mentor to me, his method just works for me. And so when I had my very first class, solo dolo, I actually was teaching somebody that I learned in the other studio with. And it was so insane. You're just like, we learn together, but here I am teaching you. But sometimes you just have to go out on your own faith, go out on your own understanding. And honestly, not even your own understanding, but you have to have faith in the people around you. So my mentor was like, you're ready. And I had to trust and believe that he said that. And I mean, I will say, like, when I first started dancing, I went ham. Like, I took every class. I went to every social. Like, my dancing was Monday through Friday, through Saturday, through Sunday. I was going out every night. I was taking every class. So even though it was, it's only been 4 years or 5 years at this point, it's really like 10 years worth of stuff. Like, if somebody who was, like, normally going to class. Because I did it all. I was taking 2 classes and privates. I was obsessed with it and in love. And so definitely stepping out and trusting that I was in a position where I could teach people was difficult for me because I just didn't feel that I was prepped and ready for it. But now I have babies.
Look at me now.
I have grandchildren. How about that?
Doing good.
All right. That's good. What we got next?
All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into what's your ish? What's your ish? What's your ish? What's your ish? All right, what's your ish, TJ?
Actually, to-do list.
Wah, wah.
No.
That literally, whatever tingle I had just went away.
That's okay.
Oh, wow.
It's my ish. All right, and the reason why I say that because I've had this week I had different people ask me about how can they really get more functional stuff with the things, right? Things that they sit and do, and I told them know what you want to do it, but also make a to-do list for those things. This way you can see your achievements and your accomplishments as you go along the way. So I like to-do lists. So get your tingle back and start your to-do list. Okay. My to-do list for this week to starting off is to help Elle get her tingle back.
You didn't stop. I know. All right, mine's actually piggybacks off of it. Mine's is planners. So it's the beginning of the year. You already know. It's the beginning of the year. Planners are dirt cheap. You can get them at TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Ross. They're everywhere. I really believe in the idea that if you don't plan to succeed, you plan to fail, right? Like, you have to plan your future. And so for me, it's really like to-do list or even just writing like what you want to happen is really powerful. Yes, I feel like people don't realize, and this is something that I've learned in 2018, is the things that you put out in the air, even the things you say to yourself, especially, or the things that you have like determined, if you put it out in the air, it will more than likely happen if you believe, right? And so if you don't believe, then it's not going to happen. But like really manifestation happens based on what you say. Like flowers grow, right? Based on, like, they grow faster. It's scientifically proven if you talk to them kindly.
Sure it does.
Isn't that stupid?
No.
Right? Like, flowers grow faster if you talk to them kindly. So flowers that don't have feelings, right, respond so well to kindness, then imagine yourself as a human being. And so for me, planners, I write like my affirmation for the day. I write what I want to get accomplished for the day. And I might not always get to everything, but it feels really good when you check something off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we got to-do lists and planners.
Yes, for
What's
the
yours?
team.
Oh,
Team organization.
got that tingle back yet, baby?
Maybe just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
You tingling, baby? Go ahead, baby. You
Tingling,
tingling, baby?
baby.
Go ahead, baby. Jay
LL
hates
Cool J?
this so much. Y'all gotta see Jay's face. He literally is dry heaving.
No, those are good though. I'm definitely.
I already
all
see
about
what your
planning.
issue is. I'm excited
What's
about
your
it.
ish?
So my ish this week, this actually, I want to give a shout out to really quick to Visha Guyton. She actually sent me this book.
Okay, Visha.
Because you know I'm working on my next book that I'm working on is going to be a dating and relationship book.
Okay.
And y'all know I talk about a lot of relationship stuff on my socials. And so she sent me this book. This book is called Attached. And it's called Attached, the New Science of Adult Attachment, How It Can Help You Find and Keep Love. And it's actually
need to read that.
really, really good. It teaches that there are 3 types of attachment that all adults can possibly have within them and how to determine whether or not that type of attachment is what you need, right? And so the 3 attachments they say in this book is anxious attachment, secure attachment, and avoidant attachment. And really quick, it says that anxious attachment is you love to be very close to your romantic partners and have the capacity for great intimacy. You often fear, however, that your partner does not wish to be as close as you would like him or her to be. Relationships tend to consume a large part of your emotional energy. And so it gives you a whole synopsis of what this type of attachment is. Secure, I did this test. I actually ended up being secure. It's just basically being warm.
Wait, there's a test?
Yeah, it's a test in here. And I'll post a link as well that you can go and do it. So being secure is basically what it says. Is you effectively communicate your needs and feelings. You don't overthink about the relationship. You don't feel like your partner's going to leave you. You're not, if they go away for a while, you don't think they're going to go out and cheat. It's like you're just very secure attachment. And the last one.
That's so hard in today's dating, though.
It is, but it says, you know, it can be done. And then the last one is the avoidant attachment. And basically says it's very important for you to maintain your independence and self-sufficiency, and you often prefer autonomy to intimate relationships. Even though you do want to be close to others, you feel uncomfortable with too much closeness and tend to keep your partner at arm's length.
Woo!
So it basically said if you come across somebody who they give you mixed signals, right? They want you to be around, but the moment you start getting really close, they start pushing you away. And so
That's my ex.
yeah, and so it's a really good book. So it's called Attached by Amir Levine and Rachel Heller. Check it out. It's a great book. And that's my ish this week.
I like it.
Sounds good.
All right, guys, if you have feedback or if you have questions or you have your own ish that you want to share with us, go ahead and hit us up on email at alltinoshadepodcast@gmail.com. On Facebook, we are All Tino Shade. We also have a group called All Tino Shade Family and Friends. On IG, we are All Tino Shade Podcast. And if you want to go ahead and leave us a voicemail, we will play it.
Yes, we will.
You can go ahead and do so at 646-481-2368. That is 646-481-2368. And before we go ahead and close the sip session out, let's get into our final sip.
Final sip.
I have a final sip this year.
Oh,
this year.
This week. Okay.
It happens once a year, guys. So it has officially been a year for All Tino Shade.
Yes, it's official.
It's so cute because in my, on Facebook and not Instagram, but Snapchat, they have memories or on this time, this day.
I didn't know Snap had that.
Yeah, Snap has it. It's called Memories on Snap. And it'll post the things that you snapped on that day last year. And I'm seeing all of our, so at this point we were doing
Tony's show, right?
Saul's Juke Joint.
Saul's Juke Joint.
And I had had a snap of Jay, his big booty self, walking around super nervous.
Yeah, I was a little nervous.
We were hosting Saul's Juke Joint. So we were introducing, what was his name? Jarrell Houston? Or
I can't remember the actor's name.
I can't remember the name. But we were introing it for Saul's Juke Joint, and so we were prepping for it, and like we're in the back, and you just see Jay like saying his words. I'm gonna post it on our Instagram.
Yeah, I was walking around in circles.
And he's like walking around looking super nervous, and I was like, oh my god, it's literally has been a year.
It's been a year.
It's crazy.
And we was actually, when we did that, we were calling ourselves Friends with Benefits. Still.
No, we were still.
But
we were all teaching no shave at the point.
But in the brochure, it said Friends with Benefits, because we had just changed it.
It literally had just, we had found, we were Friends with Benefits at first.
Yeah.
And then right before, like literally the day before we were recording our first podcast, we found another podcast called Friends with Benefits. And we're like, we need to change it. And we couldn't figure out. And it just came last minute.
Yeah.
All tea, no shade. And then we loved it.
Yeah. Okay. Happy 1 year anniversary.
Happy 1 year anniversary, boo.
Much more
welcome
to come.
Welcome to the crew, TJ.
I'm glad to be here. Glad to be here.
And Shay.
You got and
Shay,
Shay.
definitely.
We got
the
an
quiet
extra
man
person.
in the back.
The quiet, our little engineer over here doing his thing.
You got a final sip, T? That's a no. All right.
Just like that.
So my final sip is a little funny thing. So L.
Okay.
Let's say you went on a few dates with a man.
Okay.
And you really, really like him, right? And ladies,
That is odd.
this goes for you. Ladies, go for you too. All right.
That is not normal.
A month goes by, and he shows up at your next date with a receding hairline. But prior to that, he had a full head of hair. It turns out that he had been wearing a man weave. Are you going to be bothered by his hair or lack thereof?
I like bald men, so I would just tell him to shave it off.
Okay.
I've like the last 2 men I've dated have all been bald.
Hey, the bald-headed crew.
Bald
Shay.
dudes are cute. Bald dudes with beards is like a thing. It's a thing. So
it wouldn't bother you.
it would. I mean, if he decided to just keep his receding hairline or put the man,
You okay with the man weave? I don't think it's called a man weave, but would you be okay with it? That's the next thing that's trending right now.
I wouldn't be okay with the man weave, but I would just tell him to embrace the fact that he's going bald and just to cut it off.
But women wear weave all the time. Why can't men wear weave?
Okay, I just realized, like, so I've always had really long hair, so I never had to wear weave. So now that I cut my hair off, I've been like in wig life.
Yeah.
Bitch. If I knew what I knew now, like, wigs are amazing.
So women wearing wigs, why can men, TJ, should men be allowed to wear our man weave?
I guess I don't care if I
You
don't
can't even
see
tell
it.
the difference either.
If I don't see it, like, so you can't be like with a wig one day and a wig without, I think.
That's messed up.
It is messed up.
Women, see that double standard right there?
It is a little bit of a
See
double
that?
standard. But it's also because, like, it's a double standard, but also women accept men's flaws so much easier than men accept women's flaws.
No, women don't accept their own flaws. Women don't accept their own flaws. I had to say that. And that's why they... I'm staying on the subject right here.
It's true. It's really true.
If for me, I'm not wearing no weave. I started shaving my head off, going bald when one of my buddies
Wearing
said,
no weave.
I'm not wearing none of that. He said, man, you got a Batman growing on your head. And what it was,
Rude. So rude.
I had a bald head as my hair, I know, man, as my hair was growing back, the form of my hair growing back on my head looked like the fucking Batman emblem being shone up in the sky at night. And I said, man, F you. So
Hey, Jay.
I had to go with keeping my head shaved. So
Hey, same here. I mean, my hair
A bald
looks like
head is
mine.
cute, y'all. Unless
Yeah,
you
I
got
like
really
it.
bad hair.
I like my bald head. So,
Me too.
but I think in 2019 you're gonna start seeing more men.
Do you get this where, like, so my hair when it's curly and big, everybody touches it? Like, does everybody
Do
touch
what?
your bald head? Because I'd be so tempted. I'd be wanting to touch it so bad.
I won't say like strangers don't touch my bald head, but
Don't lie to me, Shay.
like women that I've been dating or that I'm dating, they like to rub my hair. I actually don't mind somebody rubbing my. You know what I was thinking about the other day? This is off topic, but
It's like a penis tip.
what'd you say?
Wow. She said penis tip.
Never mind.
Wow. I was gonna say One of the best things that I remember when I had my dreads is getting my lady washing my hair for me. And I always imagine like women, like if a man washes your hair, he really likes you. He really cares for you. And so I like my hair. I think people love their head being touched. Their head on top of their shoulders.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Stylists make money off of washings.
Yeah, so good thing. All right, that's it.
Good show, man.
All
Good
right,
show.
with
Great
that, I'm
energy.
going to go ahead and call this sip session done.
Holla.